In this video, I'm gonna show you the easiest route to unlock Jayber as fast and easily as possible. What's up, Descendant Bob here, and this is my guide to unlock Jayber. If you guys want to see more videos for the first Descendant, please leave a like and subscribe to the channel. Also, if you guys want to support me, I'm gonna leave my Nexon creator code in the video description. Now, before we start the video, there's gonna be some things that we need to fully unlock Jayber. We're gonna need 2 elemental descendants. We're gonna need an electrical one. We're gonna use Sharon for this build. She's an electrical descendant, and we are also gonna need her for outposts. You can either use Sharon or Bunny for your electrical descendant. We're also gonna need a chill descendant, so we're gonna use Viesa. I have a guide on how to unlock every single one of these descendants. We're also gonna need Enzo. Enzo is gonna be used to unlock the encrypted storage vaults, so it's gonna be very important. And lastly, I highly recommend that you make a build, because we're gonna be doing hard mode to unlock Jayber. The reason is because most of the amorphous materials, or all of them found on this guide, are gonna be acquired on hard mode with the highest drop rates. And the build that I recommend to use, that is very easy to craft, is my infinite ammo build. These are the Descendant modules. If you guys want to take a screenshot, I'm using Ultimate Glay, but you can use it with regular Glay. This build is going to be very tanky, and it's going to be very strong. It's going to carry you through hard mode easily. For the heavy weapon, I'm using the Vestigial Organ. It's not too hard to build. You're only going to need one of the mushrooms, and maybe one cookie. So it's not too hard to make, and it's gonna carry you through hard mode, like I said before. And for my primary weapon, I'm using the Thunder Cage. Very easy to acquire. I have a guide on how to unlock it as well. And these are the modules that I'm using. You do not need to have it at max level to be able to acquire Jayber, but this is my build if you want to take a look. Now for the reactor that I'm using for Glay, it's a Materialized Singularity. This one doesn't really matter. I'm only using it for the skill cooldown. And for the set, I'm using the Annihilation set. It's gonna give us more skill duration, and we're gonna have more firearm attack. Again, you can use a descendant of your preference. I just recommend Glay because she's very easy to build at the lower levels, and she's gonna carry you through the hard mode very easily. Now to unlock Jayber, there's gonna be several things that we need. We're gonna need blue materials, we're gonna need the purple materials, and we're gonna need the blueprints. Starting off with the blue materials, these are very easy to get. We're gonna find them on the resource boxes found in every destination. You can either do it on hard mode or normal. I recommend hard because you're gonna get more materials. The resource boxes can be found by clicking tab if you're on PC, or clicking the right stick if you're on console. Every box opened is gonna give us between 50 and 200 per one material. So that shouldn't be too bad. In like 30 minutes, you should have all of these materials acquired. And for the purple components, we're gonna do, for the very first one, the Magister Lab. You're gonna find the component, the insulated metallic foil, in the very first big area. Kill the yellow bar enemy, and he's gonna drop this material. Now, I'm asking you guys to do this on a private operation. The reason is because we're gonna be killing the yellow bar enemy and then leaving the session, and you don't want to be griefing your teammates, so please do it in a private operation. Now the next component is the balanced plasma battery, and the easiest place where we can find it is going to be on the quarantine zone in normal on the fortress. You're gonna progress through the infiltration operation. Then you're gonna find the part where the door is locked. Kill the enemies, and then you're gonna find the yellow bar enemy. Kill that guy, and he's gonna drop the material required. We're also gonna do this in private, so that we can be exiting and rejoining the operation to farm these materials faster. And for the last one, the thermal metallic foil, we're gonna do encrypted storage boxes. These are gonna be found in hard mode. And for this one, we're gonna need Enzo. Now, to show you guys real quick how to find these encrypted vaults, similar to how we're finding the ammunition boxes, we're gonna click tab on PC or the right stick if you're on console, and you're gonna hear this sound. So just chase this sound, and then you're gonna find these encrypted storage vaults. Open them with Enzo. You're gonna have a minigame. Then click whatever it tells you to click. After you're successful, It's gonna give us the components needed. Now for the blueprints, this is where we're gonna need to use Sharon and Viesa. And these are not gonna be too difficult to get, but they're just gonna be time consuming. For the enhanced cells, we're gonna use amorphous material pattern number 119. This one has a 20% chance to give us the enhanced cell blueprint. And to find the reactor, we're gonna go to the Fortress Frozen Valley. And for the outpost, we're gonna go to the same place, the Frozen Valley. Now the rotation for this one is pretty good. We're gonna use Sharon for the outpost. We're gonna do the stealth infiltration to get the amorphous material pattern number 119. After you get it, head over here, switch to Viesa, then do the void fragment. We need her because it's a chill void fragment. After you do, you can either go back here, switch to Glay, and then we're gonna kill the boss on the fusion reactor. If you don't get it, just repeat the rotation, switch back to Sharon, do the outpost, get the amorphous material pattern, head back, switch to Viesa, do the void fragment, head back, switch to Glay, and then kill the boss on the fusion reactor. Now we're gonna do the stealth infiltration. We're using Sharon for this. We're just disabling the devices. Try to do this as quickly as possible. We're gonna need skill cooldown or a skill duration to make this possible. I'm using 13 seconds for my duration, and as you guys were able to see, I was able to make it. You only need one skill duration module for your Descendant, kill the boss, and then get the amorphous material pattern. Now for the stabilizer, we're gonna use amorphous material pattern number 62. This one can be found in the sterile land repository. And for the outpost, we're gonna find it on the repository as well. So similar to the previous pattern, we're gonna do the outpost. After you get the amorphous material pattern 62, which does not require Sharon, you're gonna go over here to this void fragment. You're gonna get the materials to open this reactor, and keep doing it back and forth until you get the stabilizer. Now for the spiral catalyst, we're gonna go with the pattern number 89. This one has a 20% chance to drop. And we can find this one on the Agna Desert, Vermilion Waste. The outpost is gonna be found in the Vermilion Waste as well. So for this one, I highly recommend that you stay with Sharon. And we're gonna do the outpost for the pattern. It has a 25% chance to drop. After you get it, head over to this void fragment. It's gonna give us the materials required to open this fission reactor. And lastly, we're gonna go with the amorphous material pattern 65 to get the code, which has a 20% chance to drop. The reactor can be found on the sterile land restricted zone, but the outpost is gonna be found on the classified area. So we're gonna do, for this specific amorphous material pattern, we're gonna use Sharon. We're gonna get amorphous material pattern 65, which has a 25% chance to drop. After you get the amorphous material pattern, switch to Viesa, and we're gonna do this void fragment. It's gonna give us the materials required. And after you get the materials required, we're gonna go to the restricted zone, head over to this safe zone, and we're gonna do this void fusion reactor for a chance to unlock the code. After you have all the materials required, we're gonna head to Anais. We're gonna speak with her. And here, just type Jayber. And we're gonna craft all these components needed to fully craft Jayber. These are gonna take 8 hours to craft. After you finish, then we're gonna start researching Jayber. It's gonna take 16 more hours. And after you do, you finally have Jayber. Guys, that's gonna be all for this video. If it was entertaining or useful, please leave a like, it really helps out. And if you want to see more videos for the first Descendant, subscribe to the channel. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Later.